Reported today in The Verge. OnePlus updates its mid-range Nord with new processor and a headphone jack. OnePlus has announced a new addition to its lineup of mid-range phones, the Nord CE. According to the company, the CE stands for Core Edition, an indication that the company is focusing on the fundamentals, rather than inflating the device's spec sheet with unnecessary extras. The phone is launching in Europe and India, and there are no plans for a US release. What this focus on the fundamentals means in practice is that the Nord CE is slightly stripped down compared to last year's Nord, but it's slightly higher specced than its predecessor, too. So you're getting a higher resolution 64 megapixel main camera, up from 48 megapixels, but there are only 3 rear sensors in total. There's also an 8 megapixel ultrawide with a 119-degree field of view and a 2 megapixel monochrome sensor. The Nord CE also only has a single 16 megapixel selfie camera, with no secondary ultrawide like the original Nord. Internally, there's a Snapdragon 750G powering this year's model, compared to the 765G in last year's phone. OnePlus claims its CPU is 20% faster, while its GPU is 10% faster. That's paired with a choice of 6, 8, or 12 GB of RAM, although these options vary slightly based on region. There's a 4,500 mAh battery inside the Nord CE, up from 4,115 mAh last year, and the phone supports Warp Charge 30T plus fast charging, which OnePlus says should charge you from 0 to 70% in half an hour. Externally, the Nord CE looks very similar to its predecessor. It's got a very similarly styled camera bump on the back left, though with 3 rather than 4 cameras, and a hole punch for its selfie camera on the front of the phone, again, with 1 rather than 2 cameras. However, on the bottom of the phone, you'll find a headphone jack, which was missing from last year's device. In terms of display, the Nord CE comes with a 6.43-inch 90Hz 1080p OLED panel. The phone is available in blue, black, or silver. The Nord CE will be available to pre-order in limited quantities from OnePlus itself starting today in the UK, and these devices will ship on June 14. The device goes on general sale on June 21. In the UK, it starts at £299, €329, for the model with 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage, and £369, €399, for the model with 12 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage. In Europe, there's a version with 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage, which will retail for €299. Those prices are slightly cheaper than the original Nord, which started at £379, €399, for its 8 GB model. Like the original Nord, OnePlus says it doesn't have plans to release the Nord CE in the US. Instead, the US has the OnePlus Nord N205G to look forward to. It's a successor to the N100 that OnePlus CEO Pete Lau recently confirmed will retail for under $250. For more on this story, visit the news article link.